So I decided to purchase a 1995 GMC G2500. It's the Vandura Explorer series. So it's a 3/4 ton, has the 5.7 liter V8 in it, has 143,000 miles on it, and bought it in Casa Grande, Arizona, which is basically halfway between Phoenix and Tucson. So today is got it in about early October 2022. He was asking $4,500 for it, got it for $3,300. So it's good. Body's really good condition, paint's great. Inside is everything's original, but gonna gut it, of course, and do a whole camper van. So kind of give you an idea. Here has brand new tires on it as well, which is nice. Like I said, paint's good, windows are good, nice and tinted. It's the high top as well. Nice ladder on the back as well. And then, sorry for the side of the house here, but essentially the whole side of it. So we'll see. Let's go take a peek inside. So far I've done everything the motor. So this weekend is going to be the start of actually gutting the inside of it. So here we are. So today's going to be taking out the carpet. I've already actually taken out one of these captain chairs because I just wanted to see how it was actually bolted in. Huge heavy duty metal plate here. 4 bolts right to the floor. So I have to take that out from underneath, but take out the second captain chair and the bench seat back here, where it actually does fold flat into a bed, which is actually kind of neat. But once again, I'll be building a whole platform bed as well. So today's going to be carpet coming out, the second captain's chair, the bench seat as well, and then after that, it'll be everything else. You know, everything's actually in pretty decent condition considering it's a 1995, but all this is going to come out, all the speakers, entertainment center. I'll be putting in a new latch there. You can see that's broken for the moonroof there. That'll come be redone as well. In this panel lighting, I really don't know too much about that, but that'll get redone in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to put in storage cabinets all along here. And then these cabinets will be redone as well, as long as the entertainment center there, that'll be redone. Does have the original blinds in here, which go up and down, which are in amazing shape, but I'm still up in the air whether or not to keep those or not. I know most people put in Reflectix, and this van, as you saw, has a lot of windows in it, which is good and bad. Great for obviously a lot of natural light, but you know, for people seeing in. So even though the tint is pretty dark, but I'll probably, when I panel the side, because I'm gonna gut this all the way down to the metal frame, everything down to the metal frame, clean it all out, and then put you know, new walls in it. So probably one of these windows will be completely covered over, and then here on the side, this one, I don't know, still up in the air on that. I think I'll have to see what I think once it gets completely cleaned out. And then for the front, I've actually already started some of this as well. So it's gutted. As I'm sure you're aware, in a lot of these older conversion vans like this, a lot of the wood paneling that goes around. So I've taken out the factory cassette player. Gonna put an aftermarket one in there, touchscreen, that way I can use my navigation with the iPhone, of course. And then all of this here was all natural wood trim. I've actually taken all of that off. I've sanded it down. Gonna actually, I don't know if I'm gonna stain it or varnish it, but I'm gonna put something over to make it look good and put that back up. So definitely gonna keep more of that vintage look here. As you can see, some of it's still here on this door panel here. This will all come off, and then I'm just deciding, you know, how I will actually finish that. The passenger side over here, I've actually taken completely off because the window was not working, so I had to put a new motor in it, which goes right in this area here, which is a pretty big pain, quite honestly. Turns out it actually wasn't the motor, it was actually just the wiring connecting the motor, but either way, it works perfect now, and I need to take the panel off there anyway because I'm going to redo it. So, so we'll see. All this carpet will come off as well, and I'll redo that. What I'll end up using for this flooring here, whether it's a new sort of carpeting or who knows, we'll see. Interesting thing about this driver's seat is it's actually power, which is really nice. And I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'2", so I actually don't need it to actually go up very high, but it's really nice. It's very versatile, up, down, and tilts in several different ways. But what I would like to do is get this up just a little bit higher, and I want to install, have this basically essentially sit on like a metal box that I will actually turn into a safe. That way, all my personal documents can go in there, you know, passport, like the title to the van, things of that nature can all go in there. So, and it'll be kind of hidden underneath there. The passenger seat here is not horrible shape. Once again, a 95, but as you can see, a lot of tears, you know, just from being worn over the years. It's extremely comfortable. But I might actually end up taking the passenger, one of the captain's chairs back here and replace the passenger seat here because they're just in such better condition. And then there's actually a few junkyards here in the Phoenix area that I've already been to actually pull a couple parts for the van. And I noticed that one of them is a Chevy van. The Chevy G20 is essentially the same exact, basically everything from the frame to the motor to everything. Everything is universal from Chevy to GMC from the years, I don't know how far it goes back, but I do know it goes all the way up to a 1996, and this is a 95. And there's a Chevy G20 there that I found. The passenger seat has a swivel on it. So that is actually huge, and I've noticed that people have been doing that, and that's pretty amazing. I just got to figure out how that swivel is going to work because I just don't know how this seat is going to swivel without actually hitting the frame here. So, but we'll see. But I'm going to pull that swivel off because that's definitely it. And then as far as everything else, is kind of an idea of what I'm thinking. A lot of it's still going to be up in the air until I kind of get specs as far as like measurements and such. But the plan is a cooler right here in the center, which will act as like a center console. And then there's a tube TV up here, which I have not seen since I was probably in my teen years. So these will all come out as well. I'm gonna, you know, I'll redo the whole thing just as it is, but it's going to come out and I'll refinish it. And I'm just going to cut these cabinets here, which just kind of slide up, which is great. And they actually go in there probably a good foot, maybe a little bit more, which is great. But I just want to cut them a little bit higher. And rather than have a sliding panel, I want to have it kind of pop up just to make easier access, because this little here, as you can see, limits how much you can kind of put in there. And then I'll put a cabinet over the front of this too as well. So, but stay tuned. I'm pretty excited. Last but not least, actually, sorry, is this control panel up here. Pretty interesting. We've got something here for, like, as you can see, map lights, indirect lighting, fog lights, radio, and then over here on the side we have wall lights left and right, such. So it'll come out, and you know, there's kind of like little cubbies up in here. So I'll figure out what I'll do with this. I'll probably just rip all this out, redo it as well, but probably just have like an open space, you know, just for like a little shelving section all the way up in there. So yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned. So today's, like I said, is going to be gutting the carpet, the seats, and then we'll go from there.